We've got some hyperbole, some hyperbole from Karine Jean-Pierre, who we heard earlier in the program. Well, listen to this bit of extreme exaggeration where she's talking about the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade recently.
But look, there has been an urgency from this president from day one when the Supreme Court made this extreme decision to take away a constitutional right. It was an unconstitutional action by them, a right that was around for almost 50 years.
Oh, dear God.
Unconstitutional. Did you hear that? So what the Supreme Court does when they make a decision, if Karine Jean-Pierre doesn't like it, it's unconstitutional. This is, of course, the way the left always thinks, that they make the law and anything that goes against what they think is somehow illegal. But there's a really interesting point because the subtext, Rowan and Rita, is that the progressive left is furious with the Biden White House because they don't think they pushed back enough against that decision after it was handed down. And that is part of the reason why you're seeing a lot of disaffection and a lot of stories of people saying, I think the old man's losing it. I don't think he's got it in him. I don't think he should run again. I'm not sure he should stick around next week.
Well, I tell you why they haven't pushed back hard against it, because this is a far more nuanced debate than the media or Karine gives credit for. Because, yes, majority of Americans are pro-choice, first trimester. But when you look at the data for second trimester and third trimester abortions, strong majority are against. So
Correct.
If you want to go strongly on this issue and talk about extreme decision, the Supreme Court gave the power back to the states.
Yeah,
that's
right.
what we have here in Australia. That's
And this week, the state of Kansas, I think it was, said...
So in Kansas, they had they basically had a referendum,
Yeah.
and they said, no, it's fine here in Kansas. And so, actually what's happening is the states are deciding it, which is exactly the way it should have always been after the Roe decision. But for 40 plus, almost 50 years, you had the situation where the Supreme Court and not the people were making rules about this very contentious issue, as you say. And that's why it was so contested, because people never felt like they had their say. Give people a vote, give people a say, and they'll accept it.